Are you a procrastinator? Me too. I'm Rachel Cook, creator of the Fired Up and Focused Challenge, and I know how incredibly frustrating it is to get to the end of your work week, look down at your to-do list, and realize you barely made a dent in any of the things that you know will move your life and your business forward. And it's totally understandable. Us entrepreneurs, we are idea machines. Nothing gets us more excited than chasing after new ideas, new insights, and looking at all the new opportunities that are coming our way. But the downside of this is that we never stay focused long enough to make meaningful progress towards our goals. So today I want to share with you a very simple strategy that I've been using for many years that's made all the difference in how I approach my work. In fact, this one strategy is how I've been able to grow not just one, but 2 online businesses in less than 25 hours a week. It's called the Pomodoro technique, and it's actually very simple. All you need is a timer and your to-do list. Essentially, what you'll do is you'll start by setting your timer for 25 minutes, and you'll focus on just one single task for those 25 minutes. You'll continue working on that task until the timer goes off. When the timer goes off after 25 minutes, you give yourself a 5-minute break. During that 5-minute break, you can do anything you want to do. I like to do the things that I would normally do to procrastinate. So maybe I'll check out my Facebook feed, or I'll check my emails, or I'll do something for myself that actually is helpful in my workday, like I'll get up and take a walk around the block, or I'll fix a little snack, or I'll have a very short yoga practice. And then you sit down with your to-do list again, and if you didn't complete that one task, you pick up exactly where you left off, you set the timer for 25 minutes, and you keep working until the timer dings again. And you continue like this for a few rounds. I like to do 3 rounds, so 25 minutes of work, 5-minute break, 25 minutes of work, 5-minute break, and then 25 minutes of work. After that full about 90-minute cycle, then I get up for a good half an hour. This is where I can do something completely different. I can go curl up with a book that I've been wanting to read. I can go on a lunch date with my husband, or I can just do anything else that's coming up for me that day that needs to get done that's not work related. This technique sounds incredibly simple, but the truth is it goes against our programming because most of us have been taught that multitasking is the key to getting more done in less time. But research has shown over and over again that multitasking is actually the opposite. It's holding a lot of us back from getting the most important things done in our life and in our business. The Pomodoro technique instead focuses on single tasking, where you're focused on one single task at a time. This allows you to really get into the flow state, the state you need to be in order to do your biggest, most important, most creative CEO level work. I highly recommend using the Pomodoro technique if there's things that you need to do on a regular basis that are those big priorities. So for my business, I use the Pomodoro technique to create content. Now that might be free content for my community, it might be creating new workshops and webinars and masterclasses, or it could be content for new programs or services that I'm wanting to offer. These are things that I know will move my business forward, and by dedicating specific blocks of time just to focus on them, I know I can actually ship those things at the end of this period. Another important thing to consider for the Pomodoro technique is that you really need to be focused on a single task. Some people come to me trying out this technique and they say, I'm just so frustrated. I feel like I have too many things that need to get done in a single Pomodoro. So in 30 minutes, I'm not making enough progress towards my goal. And usually what's happening is instead of choosing one check-offable task, they're choosing a whole project that is made up of many little tasks. So maybe they're saying, I'm going to work on the launch for my product, program, or service. But they start sitting down to work on it and they feel like they've barely made a dent after the end of the first 25 minutes. The challenge is they didn't break that bigger project into multiple tasks. So maybe part of their big launch strategy is they needed to create a new webinar, and they need to create a landing page for that webinar, and they need to create ads for that webinar, and they need to make the webinar slides, and they need to write social media posts about that webinar. So there's many, many, many tasks that build up this bigger project of preparing for a launch. The key is going to be choosing single check-offable tasks so that you can make meaningful progress towards those big goals. Pomodoros are incredibly easy to use, and I recommend trying them out today. See if you can get maybe 3 Pomodoros in. It's about 90 minutes, 25 minutes on, 5-minute break, 25 on, 5-minute break, 25 on, and then you can take a nice half hour to get up, move around, and get ready to see major impacts in your business.